and a suitcase to pack. Zep bound in hand, there's no looking back. Cruising through this journey, non-scale victories divine. But can Amy lose the weight without losing her mind? Four cats, one scale, and a suitcase to pack. Zep bound in hand, there's no looking back. Cruising through this journey, non-scale victories divine. But can Amy lose the weight without losing her mind?
Well, hello there. Good evening. I know I still sound like a frog because I'm still a little bit sick. So I see we've got one person on. So happy Thanksgiving if you're in the US. And I wasn't expecting a big crowd today, but I figured that I would just go ahead and do a video. Oh, well, hey, Candace, nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining me. I know a lot of people have family and big events, but not everybody has all those things going. The trip was really good. We had the best weather. Oh, thank you. I do feel better. I just gotta get rid of a little bit of congestion. Hey, Bernadette, nice to see you. Happy Thanksgiving. Sorry, I'm over at a friend's house, and that was her grandfather clock chiming. So, yeah, I figured I'd just pop on and just do a standard video just in case anybody needed something to do this evening. I actually don't have a lot of family left. I have one brother left and a stepmom, but they are both in Florida and they have lives and family and everything else. And so I don't get to see them very often. Well, good afternoon, evening. JC Calamity Jane, thank you for joining us. It's so good to see you. I hope everybody has had a fabulous day. I am over at my cabin mate's house, Pamela, that was with me on the cruise. I have known her and her husband for 12 years now, just right at 12 years. I met them in November of 2013, and we've been doing the holidays together probably the past like 8 years, I think, because none of us have any family that are close by. So we've just been hanging out, and I figured after I do my weigh-in stuff, that I would interview Pamela because she is also on a weight loss journey, and she's lost a good amount of weight. And so we could talk about what she thinks of the medication and how she's doing on it. But I have to say honestly, going on the cruise with the medication was so easy. I just threw the bottle in the original box in my luggage, and I brought a needle and I brought alcohol pads, and I knew that I wasn't going to be in an area where it was going to be so warm that I had to worry about the medication. And then I took it like halfway through the cruise, and it really did help prevent me from wanting to just like go graze the buffet or eat a whole bunch of stuff that I had no business eating. It really kept my appetite in check. And we got to the point where we were only eating 2 meals a day and not snacking on anything. We just didn't have the interest in the food to go do those things. So it was really great to not be kind of captive of the food, if you know what I mean. So let's see. Oh, so we have 8 people. So hold on one second. I'm going to mute you for a second because I need to cough. Sorry about that. I'm still trying to clear up the last bit of congestion from my sinus infection from getting into some smoke on the cruise. I'm pretty darn sensitive to it, and the minute the minute I get it all up in my sinuses, I'm done for. So, um, if you are new here, which I don't think that anybody is new here, but I do like to share my stats with everybody in case somebody new is watching the video. And sorry, I'm trying to hold everything still because I am not I forgot my mouse and my finger. Sorry, keeps going right in front of the camera. So here we go. So I'm 5 foot tall. I'm 51 years old, a single with a bunch of cats. I'm currently on 7.5 milligrams of Zepbound. So I have switched back to Zepbound from the compounded. I may be using that later in the year or earlier in January. I think I'm going to have to mix it up because I found 3 weeks of the compounded did not give me the mental health protection that I needed for my ADHD and anxiety. So that is a big no for me for using that separately and on its own. And I did talk to a nurse that said that that is possible, that whatever is in the name branded may be missing from the compounded, that may not be related to the weight loss. But for some reason, it just may not work as well for me. So I started this journey January 1st, 2025, 304 pounds. My goal weight is 124 pounds, which I know sounds really low, but I'm only 5 foot tall. So 124, I'd say 135 to 124 is where I'm really comfortable uh, trying to get my weight to. So for my calorie intake for this current shot, normally I have all this information, but I was on vacation. I didn't track anything. I did my best to eat what I could, but I didn't limit my food. And I do have a bunch of video and photos of everything I ate, so I'll make sure I put that up as soon as I can. But I did walk between 5,000 and 8,500 steps per day, so that helped. I would have done more, but I got a stomach bug and I got a sinus infection. So I did what I could. So I did what I could when I could. But it just wasn't always possible to do as much movement as I wanted to do. So officially for week 47, shot 40, I am doing no official weigh-in because I was on vacation. And honestly, I don't care. I've just taken the stance that I'm going to trust the medication that was going to keep me from overeating and was going to help keep me within my calories. And uh, it really did. I had a small dessert, maybe half a dessert every night, but that was pretty much it. And, we just kind of stopped eating breakfast. We just got to the point where enough was enough and we just didn't want any more food. Also, after 9 nights, the food gets a little repetitive. So, hi, Mary Ann. Yeah, I'm sorry. I sound so terrible. I do feel okay, but I sound ridiculous. So today I've lost 43 pounds, but I did weigh myself when I got back, and I had gained 3 pounds the first day. When I got back, I had gained 3 pounds after vacation. As of this morning, I had only gained one, but I'm off of a bunch of medication, my diuretic, and I'm off of my magnesium, and that is for muscle soreness, and it also helps. It sort of helps relieve inflammation, and it's also really good to keep you moving. So I'm really kind of swollen right now because I haven't been able to take my medication normally. And once I do that, hopefully by Saturday, I should be able to get a good weigh in. And I don't think I'm going to have gained any weight from the cruise at all. Let's see. Yeah, that's really good. Let's see if I can share this. No, there we go. Um, Calamity Jane, yeah. The same thing about food. When you go on, uh, the food's really good, but, we did 2 cruises back to back, and yeah, the food just kinda got repetitive, and, we were kinda bored with it. The fact that I got my friend to eat pizza was saying something, so, okay, let's go back and take that off. So overall, I thought the vacation was really successful food-wise, and I opted out of food guilt. I opted out of making myself feel bad. I opted into trusting the medication that my body will lose weight again after I'm done with the cruise, which previously without the medication I would not have done. So I'm just have worked really hard to make these mind shifts so that way I can enjoy life when I want to and then go back to serious business about my weight loss as soon as I'm done with that, right? Because it's okay to take a day or two or maybe a week to do what you need, but don't let that week turn into 2 weeks and then 3 weeks and then 4 weeks. And next thing you know, it's 6 months later before you're back. Uh, we're dealing with your weight loss and your eating. So, I just took a little break for a week or a week and a half, almost 2 weeks. And starting Monday the 1st, I will be right back on it. And I've got a whole bunch of stuff I want to tweak with my eating, with my exercise, medication, a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm going to put together a plan and see if we can get me to start losing a pound and a half a week instead of just the pound just under a pound that I've been losing. So, yeah. So, yeah, big plans for for Christmas, for December, and hopefully through the middle of May, I have big plans to lose 63 pounds by May 9th. So I'm going to do my best to lose as much of it as I can and just really pray that I am as successful as I can be. Hi, Little Bell. Nice to see you. Okay, so enough about me. Sorry, I know my finger's in the way and I really apologize. So I'm going to introduce my friend Pamela. She went on the cruise with me. So this is our photo in Grand Turk. And she is on a weight loss journey as well. So let me see if I can get her to enter uh, StreamYard. And this is my first time doing this. So hold on one second. Let me put you on mute because I need to holler to her. Here, while we're waiting for her, I'll share another photo of us. So this is us on the helipad of the ship. We decided to go sit up there and have a lot of fun. So hold on one second. Let me just check in with her because she might be having trouble getting in. Hi, Pamela 16. Nice to see you. It's so funny because my friend Pamela was traveling with me and you were on the last live. You were on the last live. And I was like, Pamela, is that you? Hold on one second. Let me add you to. There we go. Hold on. Hi, this is my friend Pamela. Can you hear me okay, Pamela?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
I can. And I don't think I'm getting any feedback, which is good. But hold on, I need to move myself over. There we go. So this is my friend Pamela. Like I said, we've known each other about 12 years. Pamela, I have questions. Hold on. I know I keep getting my finger in the way. So just kind of tell everybody a little bit about yourself, like stats, like age, height, weight, or starting weight, all that good stuff. And then I'll ask you a whole bunch of questions.
Okay. I'm Pamela, and I've been around for 67 years. I started weight loss when I was little. My sister Tracy was always bigger than we are, and I have a twin sister, so it was always my twin sister and I against my other sister. Both my parents were heavy. My dad had diabetes. So I never really had a lot of sweets and desserts at the house, but my dad was very narcissistic. So I learned that nothing was good enough. So I was always very hard on myself. So I'm 67. In 2007, I was 274 pounds. And so I had lap band surgery and I lost about 50 or 60 pounds. And then I gained it, almost all of it back. So I went up to 245 last year. And I said, that's enough. And then ZepBound came out. So I started that. So I went from basically 274 size 26 pants to 170 and size 12 pants. So I am ecstatic about that.
Yeah, sorry, I keep getting my finger in the way. Let me show her photo. So this is her twice size 26 pants versus her size 12 pants. And let me show some photos. This is her highest weight starting 2025. That was her wedding photo to her husband Rodney. And then I've got a photo from her from a wedding from 2018. And then I've got a birthday photo from 2019 and then a selfie she randomly sent me from 2020.
I think it was my new glasses.
Oh, yeah. That's what it was. Yeah, so I was just digging up photos. Pamela didn't really get to see what I chose in advance. And then she went on a cruise with another friend of ours in 2021. And then her birthday photo again from 2023. And then this was us at 2024 Thanksgiving. So exactly 1 year ago today, Pamela had started the medication in June and had already started losing weight. And I had not. And I was right about my highest weight. I think I was probably 300 in that photo. And then here is Pamela's uh, photo from just a week or so ago. So she's down to 170 and total loss of 45 pounds or 20 kilograms or 3 stone 3 pounds. So she's done really great. And I just want to show this was her favorite photo from our cruise. So we were sitting in the lobby where I did the live stream from on my Amy, If You Seek Amy channel. And there was a mirror on the ceiling. So I know she loves that photo. So, and okay, Pamela, I have questions for you. And sorry, my finger, I need to figure this out. I normally have my mouse with me so you don't have to see my finger. Okay. So, starting out, what was your catalyst for starting ZepBound?
Well, when I was a kid and Tracy and my sisters and I were like complaining about losing weight, Dad said, if you wait long enough, they'll have a pill. Well, lo and behold, 60 years later,
Yeah.
they had one, but it was a shot.
Yeah.
And I have tried so many different things, including Weight Watchers and trim through a hospital, the weight loss surgery with a lap band. I tried Atkins diets. I tried MetaFast. I tried Nutrisystem. I tried just trying to cut out sweets. Nothing worked. And I always had this food talk in my head. So I went on to a psychiatrist to get a pill to help with cravings that I had. And he put me on Prozac in the beginning, which helped, but then it killed my sex drive. So I said, I can't have that. So then they put me on Wellbutrin. So I've been on that for the last probably 10 years. And it helped with the major cravings because I would go eat a whole cake. I would sit down and eat the whole thing. And then one time I was doing that and I said, this is ridiculous. And I threw away the cake that was left. It was about like a quarter left in the trash can in our kitchen. And this was when I was married to my first husband. And later that day, I went back and got it out of the trash. And that's when I knew I had hit rock bottom. I am going to go get therapy.
Yeah.
That's when I got the Prozac for the first time. And so the catalyst was ZepBound. Commercials are everywhere. Had gained up to 245. I didn't want to get back to my high of 275, and I was headed there. So my twin sister would go on Weight Watchers and lose weight, but then I'd watch her gain it again, just like I did. Every single
Mhm.
weight loss thing, even mindful eating, eat what you love what you eat. I've diagrammed my food and tracked everything, and it doesn't help for me. It
Mhm.
doesn't. It makes me mad because then I have to think about food even more. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to say that's one of the things is like when you're on a diet plan is you are actually thinking about food way more than
Hmm.
you ever want to think about it, right? You really just want to stop thinking about it. You
Hmm.
just want to be able to eat what you need and lose weight and stop thinking about it, but you can't. So it's really crazy. So let's see. So what dosage of Zepbound are you on, and what was your titration schedule?
Well, I really didn't have a set schedule because I didn't know. I didn't read anything about it. I just went to my endocrinologist doctor because I had a thyroid thing going on. And so she got me started. We got Blue Cross Blue Shield to authorize it. I still had to pay $379 a month for it. But so we started at the 2.5, and then I started losing weight maybe after about a week, and then I'd lose like a pound every other day or something. It was going really well. And then I'd slow down, and then she would up it. So I was probably 1 or 2 months on each dosage. Right now I'm at 12.5, and I'm here because she said to stay at 12.5 until I stop losing, and then go to the highest. So
Mhm.
I've been at this level for probably about 3 or 4 months, and I haven't lost much weight since, but I'm going to attribute that to not eating as well as I did in the beginning, and Thanksgiving and stuff
Mhm.
like that. But the good news is I don't crave it. I don't go seek it. If it's there, I'll eat it. I still don't know how to say no. But the titration was I wasn't being a scientist. I was just saying, "What do you think, doc?" And I did what she said.
Yeah, that's good. Let's see. And you answered the question about what other weight loss methods you tried. Um, have you had any stalls? Like, has it been like, a month or more that you've been at the same weight, or have you just been steadily losing?
Um, I think what happens is I'll go like about a month or so without losing much, maybe a pound or two, and then I have quarterly meetings with my doctor, and it's coincidentally right before I go to the doctor, I have a little spurt of losing more, and I'm not sure why that happened. Accountability, um, but I think that it hasn't ever stopped for longer than like a month.
And that's amazing because there's several people that I follow. There's at least two people I know that have had nearly a year stall.
Mhm.
And they're exercising, they're micromanaging their food, they're taking the medication, they're eating in a calorie deficit, they're doing all of the things, but they're just stalled and can't get out of it.
I was at
So,
65 pounds for a while, and then I
yeah,
started going down again. So then I went down to 75, and now I go up and down a little bit, you know,
yeah,
2 or 3 pounds, and then it settles at the lower one. So
yeah.
I do weigh myself every day, and I know you're not supposed to, but it's just kind of like I say that I stand on it because it lights up the bathroom, so I can leave here in the middle of the night.
I personally think that weighing yourself every day is fine as long as you're not beating yourself up over it.
Mhm.
Right? Because sometimes for me, my lowest weight is not weigh-in day. A lot of times my lowest weight is in the middle of the week on Wednesday, and
Mhm.
then it'll slowly go up a little bit because my shot day is a weigh-in day, and I'm noticing that I'm usually my highest right before I take my shot again. So I like to see that, oh, hey, I have been losing weight during the week. And then the next week, like it'll settle again. So I like weighing every day. I know some people, it does become a mental issue for them.
Yeah, I
Um,
look at it as a monitor.
Mhm.
And I've been doing this so long, I don't beat myself up
Yeah.
at all because I've done that. I'm over that.
Yeah.
You learn something when you're 67 years old, what not to do.
Yeah.
But it does help me keep track of where I am. So
Yeah. 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 I mean, other than remembering to take your luggage home with you, Pamela.
I'm gonna leave it for Melissa, our cabin steward.
Guys, we were walking out of our cabin to leave on the last day of the cruise. And I'm like, Pamela, are you forgetting something? And she's
I
like,
said,
what?
no,
I
what?
don't understand. We got halfway
On the
down the
door?
hall before she realized she left her
Well,
luggage in the room.
I had my purse. I just didn't have my.
And hi, Anissa. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Anissa is also on a weight loss journey, and she has a YouTube channel, and she has type 2 diabetes, and she has gotten it really under control, and it's been pretty amazing to watch her journey. Yeah, I love watching Anissa's stuff. And hi, Sarah. Nice to see you. I don't know, Pamela, if you can actually see the comments because they are so
They're
little.
teeny tiny.
They're
So
teeny tiny. That's why I like to use my iPad because then my old person eyes can see things. So let's see. So have you had any side effects and what do you do to manage them?
um, I have not had any side effects. Even from the very beginning, people said, they list all the side effects. The only thing that I noticed is maybe I burp a little bit more often. And I think that's probably because my stomach's emptier longer.
Hmm.
And I do occasionally have constipation. But I was having constipation beforehand as well. So I take Colace probably about every other day, or when I think I need to, and it's manageable. So I would say that I really don't have a side effect other than losing weight.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's pretty good because everybody has varying degrees of the side effects. And for me, the sulfur burps at the very beginning were awful, but I think that was my gallbladder. I was having such terrible gallbladder issues when I first started. Nothing to do with the medication.
When I, when I was
It was
going
all
in to have
gallbladder.
my lap band surgery, they did ultrasound of my gallbladder to see.
Hmm.
And I had more gallstones than you could count, but I'd never had a gallbladder attack or gallstone attack. So what they did was they removed the gallbladder, and then 6 months later they put in the lap band. They wouldn't
Yeah.
do them at the same time. But they said if you lose a lot of weight fast, then your gallstones kick out. So
Yeah.
so I was lucky and got it out before I had an attack.
Yeah, you are so lucky because remember a couple years ago, remember how bad mine was? That it was
Mhm.
like almost every day I felt like I was in
Having a
so
heart
much
attack.
pain.
Mhm.
Yeah. Um, Hi, Farm Girl Rebel. Nice to see you. Thank you for subscribing and happy Thanksgiving. I am here interviewing my friend Pamela, who went on a 9-night cruise with me, and she's also on a weight loss journey taking Zepbound, and she has lost 75 pounds to date. Um, so I know a lot of people are going to be interested in this question because there are very varying degrees of what people do, and some people are deadly serious when it comes to their nutrition and their fitness and all of the things that they do. So, are you working with a dietitian, counting your calories, tracking your macros, or doing any other type of nutrition plan?
No,
So unfair. So unfair. Yeah,
I
we've
have
been
not done.
joking.
It's like as I said, I have done all of the weight plans and the calorie
Mhm.
counting and the tracking of food, and I just refuse to do it. I will tell everybody and be super super honest. I did it wrong.
Yeah.
Um, I didn't go to the gym and do weight bearing exercises like you're supposed to, and I didn't track my food. I wasn't eating enough protein. My hair has gotten really thin. That's one of my side effects. But it's
Yeah.
not from Zepbound, it's from not eating enough protein.
Hmm.
Um, so I didn't count my calories, but I know what calories are in foods because I've done it, as
Hmm.
I said, all my life. The biggest change I did was I started eating more fruit.
Hmm.
I'll get apple slices, already pre-cut because I'm lazy. And then I'll get a banana and then I eat yogurt, which has some protein in it. Atkins protein shakes is what I'll do.
Hmm.
And I've always hated vegetables, so sometimes my husband will help make them for me. I changed the way instead when I went to this Glory Days, I'll get the salmon instead of a burger,
Mhm.
and I'll get broccoli instead of fries. So I have made changes mainly because I'm trying to get my nutrition in because I eat so little. And with the lap
Yeah.
band, I learned you have to chew everything really, really well, or it wouldn't go down the little hole. So I still, after doing that since 2007, I chew really well. And when you do that, it's sending signals to your brain
Mhm.
that you're not hungry anymore because you eat longer, you take longer.
Yeah.
So the signals, I'm chewing really well, I'm eating really slow, I'm not eating that much. So that was how I did it.
Yeah. And that works for someone like me. My viewers who've been watching know that like I track every calorie, every uh, tablespoon of ketchup, barbecue sauce, butter, cup of rice, potatoes, every single thing that I put in my mouth because my body's so sensitive. I really struggle losing weight, and so I have to watch every single thing. Um, Otherwise, I don't lose weight. Now,
Well, I can tell you exactly what I ate
yeah,
yesterday and probably the day before, but I don't have to write it down. And I kind of have an idea of what it is. But
yeah,
I found that the more I thought about food and tracked food and stuff like that,
hmm,
the worse it was for me. It was like
yeah,
everything was about food, damn it. And I wanted the food talk to stop. And that was the
yeah,
biggest thing that Stepbound gave me was like, wow, this is the way normal people are. They don't think about food all the
hmm,
time. They don't want to go to Crumble Cookies every day and check out the menu, you know. Um, it was like a life-changing epiphany for me.
yeah. I agree because the reason I started the Zepbound was because you were talking about food noise, and I'm like, well, what the hell is that? And then we were having conversations about it, and I'm like, oh, normal people don't think about food 24/7. 7 days
Mhm.
a week. You're not lying in bed on a Sunday morning planning the next 5 meals that you're gonna cook.
I haven't had a dream about a buffet of food since I've been on Zepbound. And I used to dream that dream a lot, like where there's all the
Yeah,
desserts and you got to choose which one. And I would
yeah,
have that a lot. And then I
yeah,
would think about, oh, I really want crumble cookie or I really want, so
yeah,
something. And
yeah.
I don't do that anymore.
Yeah. Hold on. We've got a comment here that I want to show. So Sarah, let's see if we can get that to show. So Sarah, no sunshine since she's not banned this time. I accidentally banned her on on the last live stream. She said, I honestly debated looking into bariatric surgery, even though I'm on Mounjaro and have lost weight because I could easily out eat my meds. I still think about food all the time and usually can clean my plate. Now, Sarah, that is really tough, right? Because that's really what the medication is supposed to be helping you with is really, really helping eliminate that.
Are you on?
Yeah. So, Sarah, what dosage are you on Manjaro? Like, how far have you gotten?
Even, even at 2.5 with Zepbound, the food talk almost stopped immediately. It
Yeah.
was incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. And for
I
me
think that
too.
part of it is I had the food restriction surgery, but I did
Hmm.
it so that it's reversible. And actually, what they
Hmm.
did before I started this was they loosened it completely. So it's like I don't have a lap band now.
Yeah.
So I was used to eating less food and not being hungry. And then they opened it, and that was the week before I started Zepbound. And I was a little nervous that I was going to eat too much, but I was in a habit of not eating that much. And
Yeah.
the surgeries that I looked at, there, I do know that the pouch surgery is as opposed to the gastric bypass. My doctor who does lap bands has switched to do more of those because he said that the stitching that they have now and that the ways that they can do the surgery is a lot
Yeah.
more advanced than it was in
Yeah.
2007. And
Yeah.
so, and it's not as drastic for your system, but your
Yeah.
body overcomes that, you know.
Yeah.
Your body will build more philia or the little things in your colon to absorb more food. So human body is amazing. What I always found was with my emotions and with the Wellbutrin or the Prozac, and then I also use Fibrid to help with the
Yeah.
Wellbutrin. Chemically, my brain was not right, and if a pill can help that, and another shot can help with the food cough and the hunger,
Hmm.
I'm okay with that. You know, some
Yeah.
people don't like drugs, but I'm okay because it has improved my life considerably.
Yeah. It's made such a big difference in all of our friends' lives that are on the medication. So Sarah said that she's on 7.5, so she's going slowly because she has diabetes and PCOS with insulin resistance. So that's tough, right? That's a really tough go because the insulin resistance kind of really feeds your hunger. PCOS makes it really difficult to lose weight. And then diabetes, y- you're just all over the place whenever you have diabetes. It can be really difficult. But yeah, hopefully with all the new medications that are coming out, Sarah, that they'll be able to find something that will help you with the food noise. So maybe talk to your doctor and see, like Pamela said, is there some other medication, maybe in pill form, that could help counteract that food noise? So
Well,
in addition to what you're taking.
the other thing that I did, I think it started like 2 years ago, is I was really, well, one, I had a pacemaker put in. So my health was like, I was really kind of lethargic. For probably about 6 months, my heartbeat was at 65 beats a minute, and it
Hmm.
didn't go higher than that because the
Yeah.
electricity wasn't working. So I went, and I got a pacemaker installed at an emergency surgery one time. And so I was kind of lethargic and a little depressed and stuff. And
Hmm.
so I went to a therapist because I wanted her to tell me why I sabotage myself every single time. Why am I so good at helping everybody else, at doing my
Hmm.
job, at making straight A's, being the valedictorian, being a good wife, being a good friend? Why can I do all of that, but I can't do anything for myself? And she didn't have the answer. I went to her for 2 years, and
It's
yeah,
tough.
it's not, there's no, oh, it's my dad, it's all his fault. It's not that. It's talking to somebody helped. We talked about how I've been dealing with food even when I was a kid.
Hmm.
My whole life was dealing with food because my sister was going to Weight Watchers when she was 10. And
Wow.
and she actually passed away in 2020 because her colon exploded because she was so overweight and not eating properly. And yeah, so it was a horrifying way to go. I didn't want to be
Yeah.
like that. So put all of that together since 2020, and the therapy, and then now the Zepbound, and then the friends that I have, and the support,
Hmm.
and a loving husband who married me even though I gained weight before the wedding. I was like, maybe if I gain weight, he won't like me. I'm going to test him. Is he still going to love me? And he did, and he does. So it
Yeah.
worked.
Yeah. Good old Rodney. He's good for something most of the time. So Pamela, I love her username. Hold on. It moved on me. This, which it does. So Pamela 16. Yeah, so tracking her food makes it very OCD and discouraging. She does think about food a lot, and she thinks she's ready for a higher dose because food noise is creeping in. She's still on 5. So yeah, definitely, Pamela, if you think that food noise is creeping in and you're struggling, then just talk to your doctor about going up to the higher dose, because that is a good indicator that you're ready for more. So,
One of the things my therapist also said was, for your whole life, you've been dealing with food and issues with
mhm,
food. So, what would it be like if you just stopped? What if you just stopped thinking about food? And this was
yeah,
before Zepbound, but it's like, what if you just stopped? And so I thought, what? And I did take a class on mindful eating and mindfulness, and it was
yeah,
basically eat what you love, but love what you eat. Have variety and moderation and different colors and stuff. So for that, you ate what you wanted. You just
yeah,
didn't, maybe didn't eat as much of it. And then with the therapy about not thinking about food and the mindfulness, it was just kind of like, I'm just going to do my own thing. And I was so much happier. And then
yeah,
something happened, and I was just like, I finally got a doctor who would give it to me, and my insurance company said
mhm,
okay. And so now it's like, wow, my whole life has changed. It
Yeah,
really.
I agree. And I actually went to Pamela's doctor because I really struggled with some other doctors who didn't want to try and do the paperwork. And it ended up that my insurance, because I'm on a small employer, just doesn't cover it at all. And I am the only obese person. There are people, a couple chunky people, but there's no other obese person in my entire company of like 70 people. So they weren't going to go through the process of adding a special rider to cover any obesity drugs. So I'm out on my
Tell her to
own.
give you a raise instead.
Well, I did. I did ask for a raise, and they were supposed to talk to me about it when I got back from the cruise. But everybody was so busy. So I'll hear soon whether I get my raise and my promotion that I asked for. So, and then Farm Girl Rebels, she is saying that she's starting trizepatide on December 10th, and she's researching, trying to learn all she can. And I'm going to say that if I had a sign, I would be standing on a street corner singing the praises of trizepatide because other than, every once in a while, some people really struggle gastrointestinally. Uh, the majority of people do so well, and it helps so many other things. It helps my ADHD, it helps my anxiety, it helps my food noise, it helps me not overeat, um, and so many things. And you know what? I need to link in the description of this a video from Dr. Kevin Joseph, and I sent it to Pamela to watch about all of the things that Zepbound and trizepatide are doing that have lowered cancer rates and kidney disease and liver disease and all this other stuff that has just been so successful at lowering in actual real clinical trials. So I'll make sure that I link that in the video when this ends up posting. Let's see. So I do have a couple more questions for Pamela. I just got to get my finger out of the way. Let's see. And then, so I was going to ask you about physical activity, but you said that you're thinking about going back to the gym because you don't
Yeah.
regularly exercise now, but you're
I
gonna.
went to the gym twice a week and with a personal trainer. And then I joined a different gym that opened up around the neighborhood. And I said, I'm going
Mhm.
to see if I can do this on my own. And I haven't been there more than twice in the last year, which is horrible. But like now that I'm back from the cruise and I have my pacemaker, and I'm lost weight and it's easier to move,
Mhm.
I do want to start doing weight training because I need to build my muscles back up.
Yeah, and I agree. The same thing. You know what? I should find the video there's a woman who I believe has an Australian accent or maybe a British accent that started her 80-year-old parents on very light weight training. And she has documented the process of how they have significantly improved their lives with a very light weight training. And it's
And
amazing.
balance. You got to do
And
balance as you get
balance
older.
and balance, like the things they had 3 exercises that they did, and the improvement in their life was so fantastic. Over, I think she's documented it for maybe a year now, but you know what? I'll find that and I'll put it in the description of the video after it posts because I think everybody needs to watch that. You don't need a fancy gym uh, to do it. You can figure out ways at home to do stuff with weights that will help. There's 3, she said there's really 3 core movements that you need to do. I think it was deadlift, overhead press like this, and then sitting down and standing up like doing
Squat.
squats. Yeah, so I think there were just 3 main exercises that
When
she
I'm at
had
the
them work
metro
on.
waiting for the metro, I'll stand on one foot and just balance. And
Yeah,
then I'll try that as long as I can. And then I'll do the other foot because it
yeah,
doesn't look that weird. You're not really exercising and nobody's really going to say anything if you just lift your foot up
yeah,
a little bit. So you're not being
yeah,
conspicuous. But,
yeah. I agree. So, do you have any long-term weight loss goals? Like, have you set like maximum amount of weight that you want to lose? Like, do you have a goal weight?
well, our doctor said for me, 160 should be my goal weight.
Hmm.
I'm 5'6".
Hmm.
Um, and 160 is where I was at for a really long time. And so I think that that's probably going to be manageable for me. And I do
Yeah.
think I'll have to be on Zepbound because of the food talk. If I go off Zepbound, I'm like terrified. I'll go back to like the prehistoric
Yeah.
Pam.
That was my really next question. Like, if you stop taking Zepbound, do you think you could maintain weight loss, or do you think it's lifelong? Yeah. I think I agree. And I just watched a video by Downsized. Their channel name is Downsized, from Christopher Durham and Lorraine Durham. And they were at Obesity Week, and they were talking to a scientist, and he had a model of terzepatide and how it works in your body and within the cells. And it was absolutely fascinating to watch how it attaches itself to the cell and the receptor, and how it works, and how really uh, we need that in order to maintain the weight loss, because our body produces the GLP-1 medication naturally, but it only lasts for about 5 minutes. And what they've done to actually make the medicine useful for us is they've gone in and modified it to last 5 days, right? So that feeling, to keep you from feeling hungry and give you the satiety. And then they've added in the other components to stop the food noise. They've made it last from 5 minutes to 5 days, which is amazing. And so the molecular biologist that was talking about it said eventually, they may get it to last 2 weeks, a month, a year, your lifetime, right? They may be able to modify the medication to where you're not having to take it every week. So I thought that was really fascinating.
Go
So
science.
yeah, go science. So actually, just a reminder for those of you who are on, there's 13 of you on here. Monday, I will be interviewed by Christopher Durham from Downsized. I do not think it is live, and I do not know what day that they will release it, but I will make sure that I post something to let everybody know when to go over there and see the video. And most of you probably know them because they do have a big following. I think they've got about 40,000 subscribers. So I'm really excited to talk to them. So it should be a lot of fun. Um, and should hopefully bring some new insights and sorry, brain. Hold on one second. Sorry, I was losing oxygen there for a second because of my cold. So my brain is just out in left field. So, Pamela, is there anything else that you want to add to the conversation? I did show the photos. You know what? Since we have some new people on, let me show some more of the photos again, trying to keep my finger out of the way. So, let me show Pamela's. This is her size 26 pants versus size 12 pants that she's in now, which we're actually getting loose on her. And actually, let me show you. This is Thanksgiving last year of us two, and me at about 300 pounds. Do you know what you were at, Pamela, last Thanksgiving?
I was probably 240 then.
240.
I'd lost some to
Yeah,
maybe
because
235.
she had started the medication in June, so by Thanksgiving she had already started losing some weight. And then this was her highest weight at 275 on 2025 or 20 no 2005 at her and Rodney's wedding. And then a photo from 2018, and then this is her Thanksgiving this year. So she's lost down to 170 for a 45-pound loss. So yeah, so that is how Pamela has done. She's done really fantastic, and congratulations. And I am so thankful that you decided to join us today, Pamela.
Well, you cooked, so
I provided the mashed potatoes and I seasoned the salmon. Rodney did the rest. So, well, no, you made we call it fruit salad. It's
it's marshmallow salad.
marshmallow salad with uh, what is it? Mandarin oranges and pineapple. So yeah. So okay. Well, thank you so much for joining me,
You're
and
welcome.
I'm gonna let you go, and then I'll just wrap up, and I'll see you in a second.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.
Well, thank you so much, everybody, for joining the conversation with Pamela today. I'm really glad she came on to share her story, because the more we get to learn from everybody in the community that's on the medication, everybody's got a different experience. And I'm very jealous that she kind of eats what she wants, when she wants, how she wants, and she still managed to lose the weight. So thank you very much, Candace. I appreciate the compliment. And, I think sometimes some of us take this too seriously and we beat ourselves up over it. And so, just my message today is I'm just, happy Thanksgiving. And I'm very thankful for all of you in this community, everybody who watches my video and spreads the word and shares my videos. So, I think I'm at 840 subscribers now, which is fabulous. So, I'm getting close to 1,000, which is amazing to me. I can't believe I have come so far. And I'm just really looking forward to, spending the rest of this journey with everybody. So I want to thank you again, and I'll make sure I put out the notice of when I'm going to be on the Durham's channel. It's called Downsized. Um, and I should have another video out hopefully next week. It's kind of been hard to record anything with this frog voice, so I was trying to give it a few more days before I recorded anything. Oh, thank you so much, Sarah. I'm glad you enjoy the videos. Really, it's just my goal to bring as much positive information and positive spin on the diet community. And let's just all support each other and get through this together. So, again, I want to thank you so much for joining me here today on Thanksgiving. And I hope everybody has a fabulous day and that you all have so much to be thankful for. So, just keep following along to see if Amy can lose the weight before she loses her mind. So, I'll see you again. And I do plan on going live again next Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. So I'll put out a notice a couple days in advance. So thank you all. Happy Thanksgiving. And thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a new subscriber, Farm Girl Rebel. It was so great to see you.
Four cats, one scale, and a suitcase to pack. Zep bound in hand, there's no looking back. Cruising through this journey, non-scale victory's divine. But can Amy lose the weight without losing her mind?